let's start as usual with a small relaxation. So, lay down on the ground. Bend your knees if you want a bit more relax in the lumbar spine. Otherwise, you can keep your legs straight, just like in Shavasana, so rolling outward. Slide the shoulder blades over the waist, roll the arms outward, and put the palm of the hand facing the sky. Pull the back of your head away from the shoulder to lengthen the spine. Close your eyes. Inhale deeply and exhale fully with your mouth. Let all tension get released by the exhalation. Relax your forehead, eyebrows, and the skin between the eyebrows. Relax your eyes, and then sink deeper into the skull. Relax the skin of your face. Unclench your jaw and let your lips open slightly. Relax your throat, your neck, and shoulders, arms, forearms, and hands. Relax your spine, vertebra per vertebra. From the neck until the coccyx, the sacrum. Relax your belly and the whole abdominal area. Relax your hips, groins, relax your legs, knees, ankles and feet. Bring the attention into your breathing cycle and start observing every aspect of your breath. Which part of your body moves the most? The chest or the belly? If both moves, which one moves first? Observe without changing anything. Observe, simply to know yourself. Observe the length of your breathing cycle. Inhalation and exhalation have the same length. Or one of the two phases is naturally longer. Just observe. Become a witness. Observe like you were observing someone else's breath, not yours. Observe the small pauses between inhalation and exhalation, and between exhalation and inhalation. The small moments where everything stops, even your breath. Become aware of the 4 phases of your breathing cycle. Inhalation, pause. Exhalation, pause. And there too, observe. Is one of the 2 poses longer compared to the other? Or the 2 have the same length? Observe also that your throat remain open and relaxed, also in the suspended states. 3 more observing breaths. At the end of the 3rd, take control and lengthen the suspended states. Lengthen the poses just a tiny bit without pushing too much, without adding any tension in your body. Just lengthen the poses a tiny bit. Keep your throat relaxed and open, also in the suspended states. Use the muscles of your chest to keep the lungs open and still during the suspended states. Focus on the suspended states. Focus on the poses. And just lengthen without losing any calmness. Without adding any tension. Keep on listening to your body. Keep on listening to the message that your body keeps sending to you. Lengthen the poses. At the end of your next exhalation, take control also of the active phases and create a breath with the same length, inhalation and exhalation. Keep the suspended state longer than usual, yet relaxed. Slow, long, steady breath. Same length, inhalation and exhalation. Long, slow, constant from the beginning till the end. Long, slow, same length, inhalation and exhalation. 3 more. Controlled breath. At the end of the third, release any technique and go back to a normal breath, not controlled. Observe briefly if any emotion or feelings has risen to the surface. When you feel ready, roll on your right side. Stay on your right side just for a few breaths before pushing with the left arm to sit up. Sit on the back of the mat. Check to have the 2 big toes touching and exactly at the same level. Put your hands on the upper thighs, sternum up, shoulder blades down. Roll the arms outward to allow the 2 elbows to get closer. Okay. And there, start creating circles with your hips. Create a fluid movement. No need to do a wide movement or a fast movement. Just check every bit of the movement and create a fluid circle. Okay, turn also on the other side. Same thing. Just watch your body. Use the legs to help you create those circles with the hips. Rolling inward and outward the thighs. Create a fluid movement. Okay. Roll the hips forward, straighten your arms, and lower the chest to the ground. Put your head on the ground, arms straight. Pull the arms back into the shoulder socket, so walk back with your with your hands, but keep your arms straight. Pull your sternum toward the hands, so to the front of the mat, and pull the shoulder blades toward the waist. Keep on pushing the arms back into the shoulder socket, sternum up, shoulder blades down, and roll the arms outward, almost to have the inner part of the elbow facing the sky. Breathe deeply on your chest. Observe your ribs moving to the sides. There too, create a long, slow, steady breath. Three more breaths. Keep on breathing deeply on your chest. Keep all the other movement in place. So sternum toward the front of the mat, shoulder blades toward the waist, arms straight, rolling outward. At the end of the third breath, walk back with your arms. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Inhale deeply with the exhalation. Turn on the right side. Put the back of your left hand out of the right leg. Roll the right arm outward, push the thumb back, and look at the thumb for 3 breaths. At the end of the third, come back to center and turn on the left. Put the back of your right hand outside of your left leg. Roll the left arm outwards, push the thumb back, and look at your thumb. 3 breaths. At the end of the third breath, go back to center and enter tabletop position. Put your hands right under the shoulders, knees right under the hips. Inhale deeply. With the exhalation, roll the hips backward, push your spine toward the sky, look at your belly. Inhale, roll the hips forward, roll the arms outward, and look at the sky. Exhale, look at your belly. Push with the hands against the ground. Inhale, look at the sky. There, 2, push with the hands against the ground. Exhale, stretch the back of your body. Inhale, stretch the front of your body. 3 more breaths. At your own pace. At the end of your third breath, stop with the spine parallel to the ground. Put your feet wider than your hips. Tuck your toes under, roll the arms outward, slide the shoulder blades over the waist, inhale deeply. With the exhalation, pull your buttocks back, shoulders down. Keep the shoulders down and slowly start lengthening the legs. Push your chest toward the toes. Okay. 3 breaths. At the end of the third breath, go back to the ground and enter Dandasana, the stick pose. So put your feet to the front of the mat, feet flex, toes pointing toward the sky. Put your hand next to the hip. Not behind, but really next to the hip, okay? Without any weight on the fingers. Sternum up, shoulder blades down, roll the arms outward. Allow the 2 elbows to move closer. Inhale deeply. With the exhalation, bend your right leg, slide the right ankle right under the left knee. Without moving the right leg, bend your left leg in front. Put your hands over the knees. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Inhale deeply. With the exhalation, start rolling the hips forward. Keep your spine straight. Keep on looking in front of you. If you can, put your elbows over the knees. Keep on rolling the hips forward. If the ground is not too far away, you can even put your hands onto the ground, but keep your spine straight. Keep on looking in front of you, shoulder blades over the waist, and roll the arms outward. Roll the hips forward. Keep on rolling the hips forward. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, allow your spine to unwind and go down toward the ground. Relax your face and clench your jaw. Relax your neck, shoulders, arms. Relax your belly, relax your spine. Observe the feelings that you can experience around the hips and on the legs. But just witness. Observe, like you were observing someone else. Relax all the upper body. If you can, try and relax also your legs and hips and feet. Last moments. And slowly come up. Go back to Dandasana. Put your hands next to the hips without any weight on the fingers. Sternum up, shoulder blades down, roll the arms outward. Allow the 2 elbows to get closer. Bend your left legs, lay the left ankle right under the right knee without moving the right leg or the buttocks, the left leg or the buttocks. Bend your right leg in front. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Put your hands on the knees. Keep on rolling the hip forward. Slowly, slowly, take your time. Keep your spine straight. Keep on looking in front of you. If you can, put your elbows over the knees. And if the ground is not too far away, put your hands onto the ground. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Keep on looking in front of you to help you lifting the sternum and lowering your shoulder blades. Roll the arms outward. Relax your face and clench your jaw. Inhale deeply. With the exhalation, unwind your spine. Relax your body. Allow the head to move toward the ground. Even if the ground is really far away, it's not a problem. That is the direction. Relax your arms, your shoulders. Relax your neck. Relax your face. Relax your spine. Relax your belly. And again, start observing your body, just like you were observing someone else's body. Try and witness all the different feelings that you are experiencing. Witness without judging, without any more tension. Just relax. The last moments. And slowly, slowly come up. in Baddha Konasana. So the base of the feet is touching and the knees are opening wide. Push the outer side of the feet together and start opening the inner part of your feet, just like opening the base of the feet toward the sky. The more you open, the more you pull the inner part of the feet toward the knees, the more the knees will move down to the ground. I know it's quite hard movement because it's a sort of torsion of the ankle. To have the outer part touching and the inner part moving away. If you do this, try and observe the movement around the hip. In case if it's a little bit too hard, put your hands behind your buttocks. Behind the buttocks. Put your hands behind the buttocks. Okay. Lean slightly backward. Okay, and now push the two outer feet together and pull the inner feet apart. And observe now the feeling on the hips, the movement of the hips, of the groin, of the hip joint. When you move your feet, 90% of the time you will have a connection on your hips, groins, legs anyway. Could be also on the lumbar spine, but yeah. One step at a time. Okay, that's beautiful. Perfect. Now release that movement and grab the bolster. Put the bolster over the knee. Feet still in Baddha Konasana. There is up to you to find the good position of the bolster. It could be more toward the thighs or more toward the shins, because the idea, yes, is just to relax around the bolster. Allow the spine to relax completely. Allow the shoulders and the arms, the face to relax completely. Try and move the bolster if you want to find a better position. And stay there. Breathe deeply and slowly. And try and focus on your hips. Try and focus on the lower abdominal area. start visualizing the energy of the earth reaching the base of your spine. Visualize this energy coming from the ground, entering your body, and spreading some light around the base of the spine, around your hips, around your lower abdominal area. Starting from your next exhalation, activate the mula bandha, a slight contraction of the base of your hip, of the pelvic floor. For every exhalation, inhale freely, activate slightly the base of your hip, the pelvic floor. Release it for the inhalation. It's just a slight activation. It's not a real contraction. It's just an activation. It's a subtle movement. It's not a rose movement. Yet to understand the mula bandha, it's easy to think about stopping peeing, but that is a gross movement. Now that you know the gross movement, go lighter and lighter till you find just the activation where you feel that something is moving or working, but there is not real tension. Just the beginning of something. Keep this mula bandha just for the exhalation. Inhale freely. Exhale just for the, activate the mula bandha just for the exhalation. 3 more breaths. With this slight activation of mula bandha, you're simply keeping the energy of the earth in your body, not releasing it back. You're recharging yourself more and more. At the end of the 3rd breath, slowly come up. Slowly, slowly. Okay. Put the bolster away and lay down on the ground. Put your hands next to the hips, palm of the hand facing the sky. Inhale deeply. With the exhalation, lift your head, shoulders, arms for 3 breaths. Breathe deeply on your belly. Relax your buttocks. At the end of the 3rd, go back to the ground. Inhale deeply. With the exhalation, lift your head, shoulders, arms, and feet, and legs. Just a tiny bit. 3 breaths. Try and relax as much as you can your buttocks, and go down to the ground again. Now, put your hands under your pubis. Inhale deeply. With the exhalation, lift your head, shoulders, lift your feet and legs. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, slowly go back to the ground. The next version is a little bit harder. So in case you can do again this version, so just with the hands under the pubis. Otherwise, put your hands in fists and put your fists that way under the pubis. It's not comfortable at all. It's just a torture. So now you know. So you're free to do the first version, but if you want to try and do something a little bit more tantric, just go ahead. So lift your hip a bit, just to slide under the pubis the 2 fists. Inhale. With the exhalation, lift your head, shoulders, feet and legs. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, slowly go down to the ground. 3 breaths with the face on the right side. 3 breaths with the face on the left side. At the end of the 6th breath, put your hands next to the chest on the ground. Put your hands onto the ground next to the chest. Push against the ground and go back to a tabletop position. Okay. Hands right under the shoulders. Knees right under the hip. Move your feet apart, just as wide as the mat. Roll the arms outward. Slide the shoulder blades over the waist. Tuck your toes under. Inhale deeply. With the exhalation, push your buttocks back and shoulders down. Keep the shoulders down and slowly, slowly start straightening your legs. Lift your heels as high as you can. Roll the hips forward and meantime, push your chest toward the toes. Keep this movement, chest to toe, the more that you can. And then slowly, slowly allow the heels to move toward the ground again, even though it is not going to move a lot. It's not a problem. Roll the arms outward, slide the shoulder blades over the waist, and the 2 keep on pushing your collarbones toward the toes. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, inhale deeply. And with the exhalation, move in plank pose. Move your feet or hands
if you need to. Slide the shoulder blades toward the waist. Okay. And now you're gonna hate me. Inhale. With the exhalation, bend your right leg and push your right knee toward the chest. Push it. No, toward the chest. Feet is not touching the ground. Just knee to the chest. Yes. Okay. Now, plank again. Inhale. Change leg. Keep on pushing the knee toward the chest as much as you can. Plank again. Now bend your right leg and walk forward with your right feet to have the right feet next to the right hand. Right feet next to the right hand. You can always put your left knee down and walk forward with your right leg. Yes, perfect. Now tuck your left toes under and straighten the leg again. Okay, even more. Push your heels back. More. Yes. There it is. Perfect. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, change leg. So go back to plank pose. If needed, don't worry, you can always put down the right leg, move the left feet next to the left hand. When you have the feet next to the hand, straighten the leg and push the heel back. The more that you can. Okay. The more you push the right heel back, the more your right leg will be straight. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, walk forward with your right leg. Okay, bend your knees and come up to Tadasana. Okay. Tadasana mountain pose. Put your feet with the toes touching and the heels slightly apart. Roll the thighs outward to allow the hip to roll inward and to allow the belly to come inward. Sternum up, shoulder blades down, roll the arms outward. Push the thumb back to open the chest. Inhale deeply. With the exhalation, still keeping this movement of the arms and of the thumbs back, do a step with your right leg to the front, with the left leg to the back, so you will have a really huge stance. Okay, keep on pushing the thumbs back, roll the hips backward to lengthen the left groin, and then start bending your right leg. Pay attention not to have the right knee, yes, The right knee have to be maximum over the heel. Keep on rolling the hips backward. Keep on lengthening the left growing. Keep on pushing the thumb back. Look in front of you also to help you with your balance. Okay, bend slightly more your right leg and allow the left heel to come up a bit. It will be harder for the balance, but you can go deeper with the legs. Sternum up, shoulder blades down, keep on pushing the thumb back, keep on rolling the hip backward to allow your belly to come inward. 3 breaths. Yeah, 3 more. Yes, yes. At the end of the 3rd breath, lift your arm and push your thumb back to open the chest even more. Keep on rolling the hip backward to lengthen the lumbar spine. Look a little bit higher compared to your eye levels. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd, slowly lower your arms and go back into Tadasana. Good. Close your eyes just for a brief moment and try and observe if you have any fillings around the belly, around the solar plexus, around the diaphragm, around the chest. Around the heart. Open your eyes, roll the arms outward, push the thumb back, open the chest, step forward with your left leg, step backward with your right one. Start straight away, rolling the hip backward to lengthen the right groin. Inhale deeply and slowly start bending your left leg. Pay attention around the alignment of the left leg. Sternum up, shoulder blades down, push your thumb back, roll the hip backward to keep on lengthening your groin, your right groin. Keep on pushing the right heel back to straighten your right leg. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Bend a little bit more your left leg. Yay. But keep on rolling the hip backward. Inhale deeply. With the exhalation, lift your arms. Put your thumb back. Open the chest. Look a little bit higher compared to your eye level. Keep on rolling the hips backward to lengthen your lumbar spine and your groin. 3 breaths. Bend your left leg. At the end of the 3rd, slowly come back to Tadasana. Close your eyes and observe. Observe if you have feelings from the coccyx, hips, lower belly, upper belly, chest, Just observe. You can have some feelings. You may have some feelings or may not. It's not a problem whatsoever. Just open to the feelings. That's the only thing. Okay, open your eyes. Put your legs wide, really wide. Check to have the outer side of your feet parallel to the small side of the mat. Okay, put your hands on the waist, sternum up, shoulder blades down. Inhale deeply. With the exhalation, roll your hips forward. Go down, 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 down to your maximum. When you arrive at your maximum, put your hands on the ground. Okay. Put your weight on the ball of the feet.
Allow the head to move toward the ground. Relax your arms. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, slowly come up.
Put your, but keep your right hand onto the ground, right under the feet, the face. Okay. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Inhale deeply. With the exhalation, start pushing with the hands against the ground. Push the right shoulders to the left. Lift your left arm. Push your left shoulders to the right. If you can, look at your left thumb. Otherwise, look just in front of you. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, lower your left arm. Put your left hand right under the face. Start pushing with the left hand against the ground. Push the left shoulders to the right. Lift your right hand. Push your right shoulders to the left. And look at your thumb. Or right in front of you for 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd, slowly lower both arms. Walk with your feet a bit closer. Put your hands on the waist. Bend your knees and come up for Tadasana. Big toes touching, heels slightly apart. Roll your hips backward to allow your belly to move inward. Sternum up, shoulder blades down, roll the arms outward. Close your eyes. And now, start pushing with your feet against the ground, almost to become taller. But in the meantime, move shoulders, arms, and hands toward the ground, almost to touch the ground. Observe the 2 different movements. The central part of your body moves toward the sky. The lateral part of your body moves toward the ground. Three breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, slowly open your eyes. Find the dristi, so fixed point just in front of you. Lean on your right leg, bend your left leg, allow the left leg to open to the side, put your left feet in contact with the right leg, no matter where. Put your hands in prayer position just in front of the chest. Inhale deeply. With the exhalation, open your arms to the side at 45 degrees up to the sky. Okay. 3 breaths. Remember that you can always lower your feet close to the ground if today the balance is a little bit hard. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, 3 more. And try and focus on your forehead. At the end of the 3rd, 3 more. Keep on focusing on your forehead. And at the end of the 9th, slowly lower your leg and arms and go back into Tadasana. Close your eyes. And again, try and observe your body from the hip to your forehead. Open your eyes, lean on your left leg, bend your right leg, allow the right leg to open to the side and put your right feet against the left leg. Put your hands in prayer position just in front of the chest. Starting with, inhale deeply. The exhalation, lift your arm and open the arm at 45 degrees. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd, 3 more, focusing on your forehead. And at the end of the 3rd, 3 more. At the end of the 3rd, 9th, slowly lower your leg and arms and go back into Tadasana. Close your eyes. Observe your body. Okay. For the next pose, you will either need a bolster or 2 blocks or just something. The idea is to do exactly the same movement that we did a few minutes ago. So with your feet really wide, and we simply roll the hip forward
and allow the spine to move toward the ground. But the idea is to create a connection with the top of the head and either the ground or something over the ground. So if you're really flexible, you will need nothing. Otherwise, you will need either a bolster or some blocks,
or even a chair. It's not a problem. Just try and be sure to have the contact with the top of your head. Okay. Put the weight of your body on the ball of the feet. You will still have your hands securing, at least at the beginning. Yeah. You will not need more than that. That's for sure. Okay. Once that you found your position, relax your arms. Just keep a small weight on the top of the head. Just a tiny weight. Just a slight connection. In case you feel that is a little bit too much of a connection, you can move your feet a little bit closer. Just to adjust the position, to have just a slight touch from the top of the head, a slight connection from the top of the head and the ground. So imagine that your block is the ground. You don't want your neck to be squeezed. So that's why you just need a slight touch. Relax your arms, your shoulders, your spine. Relax all the muscles that are not necessary to this pose. 3 breaths. And just for a few more breaths, try and visualize the energy that at the beginning of the course you had from the ground entering your body and shining bright, some light on your hip area. Now this light is moving through the spine until the top of your head, and then releasing it to the ground again, but still leaving the light inside of you. Still this light enter your body from the feet, climb through the legs, enter your spine, and then get released again. Visualize this for one more breath, and then slowly bend your knees, put your hands on the ground, on the waist, and come up. Walk like Charlie Chaplin. Okay, perfect. Close your eyes again and try and observe your body. Your body may want to move a bit to the sides. It's quite normal. Open your eyes and go down to the ground. Take everything you need to be comfortable in Shavasana. So, if you need socks, put socks on. If you have any tension in the lumbar spine, put the bolster under the knees. If you need blanket or sweatshirt or eye pillow, just go ahead. Roll the legs outward
Roll the arms outward. Pull the back of your head away from the shoulders to lengthen the spine. And just for the first moments of Shavasana, keep on visualizing this energy activated through the spine. Just relax now. Allow the energies to flow freely. And just relax. At the end of Shavasana, I'm gonna chant a mantra, and at the end of the mantra, I'm gonna guide you to exit the pose. Till that very moment, just relax.
Tvameva mata chapita tvameva Tvameva bandhu chasaka tvameva Tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. Really slowly. Start moving your toes and fingers. Bring back the awareness into your body. Inhale deeply and exhale fully with your mouth. Bend your knees, roll on your right side. Stay on your right side for a brief moment before sitting comfortably for the chant of 3 Om. Keep the spine straight, yet relaxed. Thumb and index finger touching with the palm of the hand facing the sky or the ground, whichever is more comfortable for you. Sternum up, shoulder blades down. Close your eyes. Inhale deeply. Put your hands in prayer position just in front of your chest. Open your eyes. Namaste.